Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. It's Karen. We are making Asian pork wraps. Now, if you saw the other video, I did a pulled pork recipe. I had some left, so I tried to multi-purpose my meals. This is what we had left. So, you need pork, obviously. Shredded pork is fantastic. You can slice it. Whatever you have left is really what I recommend. If you have leftovers, throw it in the freezer if you're not ready to make it. But this recipe is one that you can make ahead, freeze, and then cook them as you need them. So, think about that. We've got about 2 cups of meat, 2 cups of shredded cabbage. Keep it simple. You're going to use about a 1/4 cup of the onion pepper mixture that I use. This is completely optional. I like that crisp flavor. You do not need that. Of course, you need egg roll wrappers and water to seal it. You're going to do a teaspoon of ginger, or you can do 2 teaspoons of fresh if you have it. I don't. You're going to use olive oil, and that I'm going to use to cook these. Now, if you're not going to cook them right now, like I said, you're going to freeze them, and I'm going to show you that. You don't need the olive oil. Teriyaki sauce, you're going to do 2 tablespoons of teriyaki sauce. If you don't have teriyaki sauce, don't stress. You can use soy sauce. Tablespoon of sesame oil, half a teaspoon of minced garlic, and that's it. So let's pop this bag right on the holder. Again, see how I minimize those steps. This is the bag that it's stored in, and we're going to mix it in and all that fun stuff. I'm going to go ahead and add about my 2 cups of cabbage. I didn't even stop the video this time. This is probably going to make you 15 wraps. You're going to use about 1/8 of a cup in each. We're going to do about a 1/4 cup of that. This is just the peppers and onions. Again, completely optional. I've just turned off everyone in my house. All right, let's do the garlic. I need to get 2 of these because this is a teaspoon. Boop, boop, boop. All right, let's do our teaspoon of ginger. Where did my little teaspoon go? All right, we're gonna just measure this out. I love the smell of ginger. Yeah, that gives it such a good flavor. Really, this would be much better with fresh, but I'm out and I'm making these with the leftovers. I'm actually gonna, like I said, I'm going to make a bunch. That was sesame oil. And then make a couple now and then freeze the rest so that we can pop them in the oven or fry them in a pan. We'll probably pop them in the oven when we're ready. Again, 2 tablespoons. This is teriyaki. If you don't have teriyaki, go ahead and use soy. Is that it? Hello, that was way too easy. So, let's remove our bag. I'm gonna take the air out. If this is the first video, you are just learning. You take all the air out of your gallon bag, any brand gallon bag, and that allows you to mix it easily. And this is it. We're gonna let those juices coat and season it nicely. See how well it's blending? Yum. This is gonna smell good when it opens. Just make sure it's well blended, and that's it. It's pretty much done. And what I'm going to do is I am actually, let me move this, clean up my workspace a smidge. I've got my egg roll wrappers. Now I'm going to prep my station, my counters. I call it a station. We're actually going to use wax paper. They're just wax paper sheets. You can cut your own or get them at any store. And we're going to lay the wrapper right here. So I'm going to show you this. Let me just get my area ready. I cleaned up my work area so that I can completely function now. I'm going to grab the bag holder. Everything is mixed and blended. So you just pop your bag back on the holder. Basically, you can serve right out of it too. Again, minimizing the steps. We've got our wax paper set up. We just take 1 wrapper. That's all you need. Make sure I didn't double that. And I put it diagonal, and I'm going to show you this. So this is my sheet, and I basically am going to do it like a diamond. Put it towards me. That way I can wrap it. I'm going to use little tongs to scoop it out. And again, just about 1/8 of a cup. You don't need a ton because this is not a big space. So we've got one side, fold it in, just like an envelope, fold it in, and roll it over. See? Perfect. Now, you just need a little water. Just put it on your fingertips, or if you have a paper towel, to seal it. That way it just turns like glue. Very good. Now, you have the option, this is what makes it great, is go ahead, if you want, to freeze some of these. Just freeze them. If you've ever watched our breakfast burrito wraps, just freeze these. Just make a bunch of them and pop them in the freezer until you're ready to use them, and you can cook them then. And let's do this again. it's really super duper fast. This is something fun the kids can do. Just make sure you keep your food right down the center. Basically fold one side, up, down, around. And again, fingers and water can glue it. That is it. And you can fold this like an envelope too. So you can twist it or you can fold it. Either one works. Let's go ahead and do more. These we're gonna fry up, so I'm gonna show you how to do that. Now that you know what we're doing with this, and now once you start to get fast, just stack them and make it really, really simple. Super duper zoom buggy. And I'm just gonna put all these here until I've got them filled, and then I'll add the water to mix them. Now, while I'm doing this, I'm going to go ahead and heat the pan, because I am going to cook some of these to show you that they really do cook up nicely. So you need about 2 tablespoons of oil in the bottom of a pan. You're going to heat it just medium, medium-high. And again, this is going to probably do 12 to 15, depending on how full you make them. If you make them really full, you're probably only going to get 8 to 10. So I will see you as soon as our pan gets warm. Everything is ready to go. We've got our oil that's heating up right in here. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in. I got about 11 wraps, and you can see these really nicely. Again, freeze them if you're not going to use them right now. It makes the most sense, and I'm actually only going to cook about 4 or 5. Now, you're going to cook these for probably 6 to 8 minutes, turning once. This is on medium-high. And you can bake these also at 400 for about 12 to 14 minutes. So we're just going to cook these. There's no need to watch them cook, but I'll see you as soon as I flip them. Okay, I just flipped them. Now I added an extra one, so that's why he's not cooked, but you can see this is it. This is how they look. You can make them look as beautiful as you want if you're patient when you're wrapping. Otherwise they're going to look like this. Now you can serve them just like this with that fried rice if you check that out. Serve it with teriyaki sauce, a little soy sauce, whatever you want. But these are your Asian pork wraps, and they are divine. Guys, thanks for joining me. Visit us at facebook.com/bagholder or check out the blog, todaysliving.net. And again, if you like the videos, please subscribe. It really does make me feel good, and it gives me a reason to do another video tomorrow. See you soon.